When faced with an incident, whether it's in the area of personal injury, family law, or criminal defense, the question of whether or not to hire an attorney can be an overwhelming one.
Here to inform us on the importance of hiring an attorney is Ofelia Markarian of Ofelia Markarian Law, because it's time for Counsel's Corner. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys?
We're doing great. So as we sort of alluded to earlier, there are people that may consider handling their own cases when an accident or an incident occurs. What's the biggest downside to doing this?
The biggest downside, I would say, is thinking that you're going to save money on legal fees by not hiring an attorney, when in fact it actually costs people more money by not hiring an attorney if they had one from the beginning. In personal injury cases, for example, you're going against experienced insurance adjusters, huge lawyers, and without having a lawyer by your side, you're not able to properly defend yourself. In criminal cases, your life is on the line. So having an attorney there to protect your rights is extremely important and saves you not just money, but your life in most situations. In family law, you're dealing with your family and you're dealing with children in some instances. And so, there's no price to that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, in some examples and situations, it's like kind of like a no-brainer. But a lot of people would say that hiring an attorney, hiring a lawyer, comes with its costs. But with those costs implemented in place, a numerous amount of benefits, right? And so, what are those benefits of hiring an actual accomplished professional like yourself?
So the biggest benefit, I would say, in hiring an attorney is their ability to preserve evidence. Your lay people do not know what it takes to present evidence in court. And so an attorney knows exactly what evidence to preserve, what evidence to present in court, prioritizing that evidence. Another advantage is, making sure that you don't make a mistake, because a mistake can lead to future mistakes that can't be undone. And sometimes, in order to undo that mistake, it will cost you way more money than if you just hired an attorney from the start.
Ofelia, are there ever any situations where maybe representing yourself might be a good idea?
Only, I would say, in straightforward cases where damages are very little and the legal issues are straightforward. I would say small claims where it's less than $5,000 and you can file on your own. Even in those cases, I would suggest just even meeting with an attorney to go over your case and just have some kind of advice on whether taking it to small claims is the right solution for you.
Yeah, you kind of touched on this a little bit earlier with regards to why people shouldn't represent themselves. I mean, it comes with a numerous amount of risks that are involved. So to spell it out in layman's terms, what are those risks that come with stepping up as yourself as your own counsel?
So in personal injury, you risk accepting a settlement that is far less than what, you're entitled to or what you need. I have clients who come back to me and say, I wish I hired you. I was in an accident. I settled my case on my own, but it wasn't enough money. I still need to go treat. I need to go to rehab, but you can't go back and you can't renegotiate, and it's done. In criminal cases, regret usually comes after conviction. So most defendants, after representing themselves in court and getting a conviction, then they start thinking, okay, maybe I should have hired an attorney, because they didn't know the actual legal ramifications that come with a criminal case. The time, the sentencing, and everything else, the criminal record that comes with dealing with a criminal case. Now, for criminal cases, you have public defenders who can represent you. However, public defenders do not have the resources, the time, or the money that a private defense attorney would have to represent and properly present a case for their clients. In family cases, you might accept unfavorable terms in a divorce or in a custody case, which, you could give up your custody rights, for example, not knowing what you're actually giving up. And later, If you want to change that, it's very, very hard to undo things that are already set in place, especially court orders. So I highly recommend and suggest that hiring an attorney from the start actually saves you money.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, fascinating.
Well, Ofelia, thank you so much for your insight and thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much, you guys.
For more information or to schedule a consultation regarding your case, visit OpheliaMarkarianLaw.com.